Hi guys, my name's Adelaide and welcome to Adelaide Stitches. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about cross stitch, and today it is Tuesday the 11th of November and it is day 2 of my November stitching, which is exciting. My nature November stitching to be specific. So let's get to my main project. My main project is Nature's Journey by Sprouting Lupine, and this has been published in the Just Cross Stitch magazines. So before I put a picture up of the pattern, I'm going to put a picture of the first magazine it's in. So it's Just Cross Stitch, the spring edition. This was the first one, and then it was also the next part, summer, was released in the summer edition, and then the autumn was in the autumn edition, and so on. So finally, if you collect them all, including winter, which isn't out yet, you should get this design, which is what I am aiming to stitch. But at the moment, I'm still at the first one, spring, which I'm quite happy about because I'm in spring here in Australia. So yeah, I just feel it. I'm fitting into the seasons at the moment. So I just wanted to let you know that because I have been asked which magazine, so I want to be really clear. All right, where did I get to last night? So here we are. Look at that. Forgive my parked threads. These I'm sure will be used in the winter section, so I have left them because I had quite a bit left and it seemed a shame to end them. But I'm really pleased with where I got to last night. And this actually, even though it's from a magazine, I have been helped by a lovely subscriber, Isabeau, into getting this into markup. And this, I think, is the first kind of main project I have done using markup. And it is a very interesting experience. I am on a learning curve. So, according to markup, I stitched 405 stitches last night, which I'm really pleased about. It went quite quick and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I started with the leaf, I then did the next snowdrop, I then went up to do you think it's a tulip? It's so pretty. It's just lovely. And then I started this lovely motif, which is going to be a bird's nest. Isn't it incredible? Now in that time, I don't know how, I did manage to somehow select the wrong stitches, that stitches I hadn't stitched on markup and said I had, and then when I went to undo it, I actually, instead of just undoing what I'd marked on markup, I suppose you'd say, I erased some of the pattern. So I think I do have a bit of a learning curve on markup still. I did figure out this morning how to get it back, thankfully, but yeah, any markup tips I think would be appreciated. I have been told there's an Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch video on markup that I'm going to be watching tonight because I think I need it. But back to the pattern itself, I think it looks fantastic. I'm so happy. This beautiful fabric is Sage. It is a 28 count casual linen by Colour Cascade Fabrics in Australia. And I'm using the Cold Foil DMC and stitching 2 over 2. And yeah, as I keep saying, I think it looks fantastic. I'm just so pleased with it on this fabric. So that was my progress tonight. Last night, 405 stitches. I am on track to try and get spring finished. However, looking at my statistics on markup, it says I'm up to 1,778 stitches out of 5,216, which is 34.09%. I was looking at what I wrote down yesterday, my statistics were, and I was up to 1,180 out of 5,385. So actually the pattern had 150 more stitches yesterday over that. So I think I still have deleted some stitches in the pattern and I do need to to keep fixing it up. But anyway, I will get there. I'm hoping by the end of this Nature November, I'll be a markup expert. Wouldn't that be nice? And I wanted to point out, in case you didn't notice, Christine, look, I'm using your beautiful needle minder from Orderly Stitching. It is fantastic. I'll show you the back. Isn't that a wonderful back? It's so cool. It looks like a money coin. Yeah. And it is really, really strong. I actually had to unattach my scissors from it. So yeah, if you ever see needle minders from Orderly Stitching, they are strong, and they're also super cute and so well made. So thank you. I'm really enjoying it. And of course, a penguin. Penguins are very revered. My kids and my husband have oohed and ahed over it. So thank you. But I'm really enjoying it. So that was my main project, Nature's Journey. And then I worked on B by Lorna Lane, and I'm not spinning a wheel this time. I'm using my Acrostic, and that is what I have for O. So I'll put a quick picture of it up. This is mine filled in, but I have the template available on my Facebook group, Adelaide Stitches, which you can join and access. It's free. And yes, so my plan with B by Lorna Lane, here it is. Isn't it absolutely stunning? I would like to get up to 4,000 stitches. I needed to put in 1,126 this month. So last night I put in, oh look at that. Sorry, just looking for my book. Here it is. Too many notes. 246 stitches. So I had a little kind of a line here. Actually, I almost feel like you can kind of see it. Hopefully that goes away. Hopefully you can't see it. A straight line here, and I didn't like that. I wanted the bee's head to finish naturally. So I just went in and did 246 full crosses, because this is 25 count, and I am doing 1/1 full cross of the black, and I'm really pleased with it. I think it looks great. That brought me up to 3,010 stitches out of 65,116, and I am at 4.62%. So yeah, I'm happy. I think I've got about just over 800 to do, and I've met my goal. So obviously I do need to work on it again, but oh, look at that. I just love how this bee is looking. It's just fantastic. These colors so gorgeous and vibrant, and yeah, I just can't wait till it's gonna look like that one day. How exciting. So that was really fun. Really enjoyed working on that. And then tonight I'm going to work on the next one of my acrostic, which is Every Season by Tiny Modernist. I'll pop a picture of it up. And here is what mine looks like right now. Okay. It is on 32 count Garden Meadow. It's an Opal Lugana by Paddock Designs. Isn't it beautiful? I love the modelling of this fabric. I'm using the Core 4 DMC, so it's 2/2. And I love the colours. They look so good. So my plan with this is, so what I want to get it to 6,000. So this month I need to put in 1,215 stitches. So I won't get that tonight, but hey, we'll get a good chunk. Obviously I've got all that to fill in. That should be quite easy. And then I will probably go over here and start summer, because summer is coming, and I think that's what I'll want to stitch this year. This is my leap day sale, so trying to do one a year. The first year I did spring, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking, summer. So excited to stitch on that tonight and show you that tomorrow. So that is all my stitching. It feels weird actually not getting my phone out and my wheel. But I did want to talk to you about the HAED SAL. So I have been asked if I'm going to do the Heaven and Earth Designs SAL for 2026. If you don't know, Heaven and Earth Designs, the last few years, and they're going to do it next year as well, run a full coverage SAL. For 2026, you can pick one of 12 designs, and I'll pop up their kind of snapshot of the, the 12. And you get rewards, I guess. So if you join the SAL, you pick one of the images and to stitch, and then this is the really good one. If you stitch a page, a full page, then you get a free chart, well, free, I guess, complimentary chart by Aimee Stewart. And I think this is what's grabbing people and getting them in. Now, we don't know what the chart is, but we know it's called the Ultimate Stitching Haven. And there's kind of like, I guess, a teaser image, which I think is meant to be related. I'll pop a picture of it up, called Foxfires and Imagine. And down the bottom, it talks about a cartographer and imagination and kind of traveling. And yes, so I think it's going to be pretty epic. I'm not sure, is that enough to get me to do the SAL? I do love Aimee Stewart designs, and this is the only way you can get this design apparently, this mystery. As I've spoken about before, I have a treasure hunt bookshelf that I showed you yesterday. I'll pop a quick picture of that one up. And I also have my toy shop, which I am going to show you in a minute too. So that is by Aimee Stewart. I do really, really like her designs. Is it worth joining the SAL for that? I'm not sure. I mean, there are other reward charts too, and you do get access to all 12 charts if you finish the piece in the year as well. But I'm realistic. I know that won't happen. So theoretically, I'm thinking on the lines of, if I did pick a piece, what would I pick? So out of the 12, and I'll put the picture up again, the one that appeals to me most is PTP Bluebell. So I will put kind of a zoom in shot of that one up. I just really liked that one. It appealed to me the most, I think, because I love flowers. I mean, we're doing Nature November. My daughter's middle name's Bluebell. She loves bluebells. And this one also is by an artist. This is by Tatiana Fedorova, who's an amazing artist, especially with oils. And yeah, I always do like to support artists rather than AI, which quite a few of the other ones are AI. So I did think about that, and then I kind of looked into this artist and other ones she'd done, and it was really interesting. So the one for the HAED SAL that you do is 250 by 350 and contains 87,500 stitches. Now, when I was looking under this artist's kind of bio and her other designs that are available on the Heaven and Earth website, she actually has PTP Bluebell. And it's funny, it looks like it's been zoomed out a bit. Maybe the HAED SAL is a crop. So even though it's a slightly bigger image in what it's showing, and I'll put a picture of it up, you can kind of see more background around it and a few more flowers. It's actually a smaller design. It is 240 by 304 and it is only 72,960 stitches. So it was released in 2011. There isn't really a clear mock-up of it, but I just thought that was interesting that for the SAL they have done a bit of a crop but also made it bigger. So I'm not sure where that leaves me. That kind of me, I was thinking, well, if I want to stitch it, would I want to stitch the original artwork? Like the first one that was charted in 2011? I don't know. So that is where my thoughts are. I was also looking at other designs by the artist, of course. And she has another one called Bird Song, and I'll pop a picture of it up. This is the mock-up. And I thought the mock-up looked incredible. It is a bit bigger. It's 450 by 698. But in this one, the background's actually not stitched. So that made me wonder if it would, you know, work out the equivalent size. I guess I'd have to purchase the pattern and see, get a stitch count and see. But yeah, that's kind of what was going through my head. So I'm not sure if I'll do it yet. Let me know if you're going to do the Heaven and Earth SAL and kind of what is drawing you in. Is it just for the Aimee Stewart chart, or is there a design you absolutely love? I'd be really interested to know. I am not sure. I don't know, especially as I can buy the artwork I was thinking of doing kind of outside the SAL. That made me realize I'm really only doing it for a mystery Aimee Stewart chart. So I was taking a gamble, isn't it? I mean, I do have to stitch a page. I think I could stitch a page in a year. Like, yeah, that's about 7,000, 8,000 stitches. So that actually is a doable reward for me rather than having to finish it. What was the finished one? 87,500 stitches. So yeah, I'll think about it. Let me know what you're thinking too. And I think we have till December the 14th to decide. So it's only November the 11th. So over a month to kind of work out what we're doing. Just in terms of cost, so it's $20 US. For Australia, I think that works out about $32 Australian. So that's another cost to consider as well when Heaven and Earth designs have sales quite often. So I could just buy that other design on sale sometime, couldn't I? And it'd be half the price or cheaper. So yes, that is something to think about. All right, I also wanted to talk about Toy Shoppe, another Aimee Stewart design charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'll pop a picture of it up. So it's not so much to show you the stitching I've done, because I think I've only done 100 stitches on it since you've seen it last. It was more to talk about the fabric. I've had some questions about what I'm using and why. So for this piece, I am using 18 count, and it is Easygrid by Zweigart. Now, this piece I bought from JK's Cross Stitch Supplies, and I just bought her 1 meter option of the 18 count Easygrid Ada. So that works out about 40 inches. and I did measure it, so the length, that is the selvage, and that is 40 inches. So that's what I've got. Now then, in terms of what you get from selvage to selvage, I measured that too, and that is 44 inches. So Toy Shoppe by Aimee Stewart is 700 by 501. The stitched area on 18 count, and I'll pop up the cross stitch calculator that I use, the yarn tree one up there, comes to 38 and 7/8 inches by 27 and 7/8 inches. So that's the stitch area. So considering my fabric is 40 by 44, I should have enough. And I have also put in the cross stitch calculator a 2-inch border, because that's what I like to have at least. So the way I decide to do it is, because this piece is landscape, I decided to go the 44 inches across, and with my stitched area being 38 and 7/8 inches, that should give me about 2 1/4 to 2 1/2 inch margin on each side. So that is the plan, though obviously, losing a needle minder, sorry. Though obviously I need to, and my plan is to get all the way across to check, but I have measured it a lot and it should definitely fit. I do not mind having a 2 1/4 inch margin there, because this is a selvage. It is not gonna unravel. And then for the top and the bottom, which was the 1 meter, the 40 inches, I have the shorter length. Now this border here is about 5 inches, and then I should have 27 and 7/8 inches of design, and then I should have at the bottom another 5 inches. So considering husband's 37, I'm expecting this project to be around till he's 60. Maybe 50, that'd be nice, but let's just say 60. Give myself plenty of time. Stitching on it, I think a 5-inch border is fine, even if my machine stitching came off. Actually, you can already see it's starting to try and fray, isn't it? Maybe I need to get my overlocker out. I just used my sewing machine because I didn't want to pull out my overlocker. You can see the zigzag, but yeah, I probably need to do the overlocker properly. But 5 inches is definitely enough. I'm not worried about it unraveling all that way, if that makes sense, for a piece that's around and use this long, because I am predominantly stitching it by hand, so I do scrunch up my fabric a lot to stitch. It's only when I get to like the confetti stitches, I don't think, oh yeah, I've got some there. So when I get to filling in these, you can see there really is some left there. I will probably put it in like a small 8x8 frame and just fill them in. That is my plan. So yeah, that's just while I do my Toy Shoppe. I've been asked, would I recommend 18 count for full coverage over 25 count? Yeah, that's a hard one. It depends what you want. I want this to be an absolute giant epic piece. It is a Toy Shoppe. It is an Aimee Stewart. It has so many details. So I am doing it 2/1 full cross on 18 count. The idea is my husband has a train room and has this massive piece on the wall. And it is epic. So that's kind of what's behind me picking 18 count for this, and I do know that it will look epic stitched on a larger count, because Sharon from Fun with Cross Stitch, and I will link her channel below, is stitching this, and she's over 50%, and she's doing it on 16 count, and it looks amazing. So yes, I kind of, someone's trailblazed ahead. I know it's going to work out. So that's kind of, yes, my thinking behind this. In terms of pretty much, I think every other full coverage I have, usually I pick 25 count. It's smaller, it's more manageable. I mean, this one is 1/1 full cross, but I think all my other ones are 2/1 10 stitch, which I am happy with as well. I feel, if, for example, like my mini, which would express, it's a mini, the details aren't super sharp in it, because actually that one's on a 28 count, though if I restitched it, I'm not restarting it because I'm like 30,000 in, but if I was restitching it, I would start it probably on a 25. I don't think there's that much difference between 25, 28 count. But anyway, what I was saying, because it's a mini, the details aren't that sharp. When you do it on something smaller, I think it looks better. That's just me, my personal opinion from seeing, you know, other people's work on Flosstube, and also some of the ones I'm stitching myself. So Yes, that's kind of what's behind me picking. In terms of like my stash, I actually have quite a bit of 25 count Easygrid there in case I want to pick up and magically start a full coverage straight away, which does happen. Well, 18 count is something I'd special order. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's more intentional. But let me know what you like to do full coverage on, what your kind of sweet spot is. And yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? Because we all like something different, but that's what's great about this hobby. I think it has something to offer everyone. So yeah. Okay, well that is it from me today. Have to let me know how your stitching is going. I mean, I'm only on day 2 of Nature November, but yeah, it's the 11th, isn't it? Wow, we're getting closer to the end of the year. How did that happen? Anyway, I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Thank you for all your comments, likes and subscribes. It's such fun reading them and yeah, answering your questions. And yeah, that's what's nice about community, isn't it? Okay, well, have a fantastic day. So take care, happy stitching. Bye. See you tomorrow.